call this evening's meeting to order. It is the regular city council meeting for the city of Algonac, Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bendis.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Gillis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Councilman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Scarbeck.
Here.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Here.
Quorum present.
At this time, will everyone please take a moment of silent prayer? And if you will, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda?
So moved. Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we have ourselves an agenda. Next up is a presentation. City Manager Gerstenberg will be presenting an update on dangerous buildings.
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. So as you know, I gave a presentation last May in 2020 about what we were going to be doing in the next year with regards to dangerous buildings. And as you know, the city is committed to protecting our property values and making Algonac a safe, attractive, and desirable community in which to live, work, and play. A dangerous building is a structure that may be classified as dangerous if it meets at least one of 10 possible defects or conditions. And these are the conditions: exits do not meet fire codes, structural or stability damage, part of the building is likely to collapse, unoccupied for 180 plus days, building has settled and now is less resistant to wind, a portion of the foundation is likely to fall or give way, the building is unsafe, the building has deteriorated and has become an attractive nuisance to kids or a harbor for vagrants, unsanitary for human habitation, or the building interior is exposed to the elements. So our goal is to see that the structure is made safe, occupied, and properly maintained, or demolished. So last year we identified 40 potentially dangerous buildings in Algonac, and I am pleased to report that progress has been made with all 40. So I'm going to go through a number of them that have been wins for the community of Algonac. So this first one, we have a before and after picture. This home was vacant since 2019. The owner lived in California and would not respond to our letters. The city contractor was cutting the grass. It went to the Dangerous Building Commission in August of 2020. The house has been sold and is now occupied. So our second win, this home was vacant since 2015. There was no contact from the owner, who lives in Florida. Went to the dangerous building in January of 21. It has also been sold and is now occupied. This is the Old Strohs. So this was sold in 2019. There was no contact from the Ohio owner, and it went to the dangerous buildings in October of 2020, and it was demolished. This home was vacant since 2015. The owner lived in Utica, Michigan. The owner took it upon himself, and the building has since been demolished. This home has been vacant since 2018. The owner lives in Shelby Township. The windows were boarded up. It was quite blighted. It is actually now for sale for $329,900. We did an amazing job on the inside. This is a case where we had some blight that was removed. It was blighted. The garage was demolished. The owner lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's now all cleaned up. As you can see, it was quite attractive when we started. This house which I am sure that you all recognize, had 58 blight enforcements issued since the year 2000. There was no water usage since 2013. The house was sold to a developer. They have cleaned up the entire backyard. They have cleaned, at last I believe there was either 9 or 10 dumpsters that were taken out of the house. You can now see in the windows. They are remodeling the inside, and they plan to split off the lot in the back and sell that lot so that a house can be built on that lot. So win number 8, this home was vacant and there was no water usage since 2010. The owner lived in Ypsilanti, Michigan. We have, the new owner lives in Algonac, and it is currently under construction. Win number 9, this home had been vacant for several years. Water was used once or twice per year. The blight has been corrected and it is now occupied. Win number 10. This house had been blighted for years. It went to the Dangerous Building Commission in July of 2020. The new owner lives in Algonac, and the new owner had the structure demolished. Okay, so that's the home. Win number 11, this home burned down in early 2020, but the remediation stalled. It went to the Dangerous Buildings in January of 2021, and the old house has been demolished and is currently being rebuilt. You probably have driven by and seen, they just put in they had a basement in last week, I think. So that's coming along well. And win number 12, this was the lowest property on the street with constant flooding issues. The owner had passed away and the home had been vacant. The property was sold. They pulled a permit, a new land disturbing permit, and they are fixing all of the drainage issues, and it is currently in construction. This is win number 13. This is demolition, rotted roof, open doors, to the elements, inside with full of debris, no ceiling tiles, insulation falling on the floor, windows cracked open, no screens, outdoor storage everywhere, no heat, no gas meter. This went to Dangerous Buildings in May of 2020, and it has since been demolished and the lot cleaned up. Win number 14, this is a garage, but the roof had been caved in for many years. We were in contact with the relatives of the property owner, and the garage has been demolished. So thank you, that is some of the projects that have resulted in wins for the city, and as we discussed at our budget hearing, we've seen our property values increase over 10% since January, and it's because of the actions of the city council and support from the city council that we're seeing these improvements in the community, so thank you very much.
Mayor Stoneburner, can I address
Yes.
City Manager?
Absolutely.
I just want to thank you and your staff, Joe Doan and Lori Warner, for, this is unpleasant, I'm sure, to some citizens that live in our community, that we got to demolish homes and what have you. But understand that we follow proper protocol when we do it, and I think because of that, our home values are going up because of the blight issues and because of the things we're handling. So I think it's all done correctly. I think we're doing it by the letter, and I'm appreciative for it as a council member, and I just want to say thanks.
I concur. Absolutely.
Mayor.
Yes.
Is there anything else that council can do to support these efforts? Is there anything more you need from us?
Oh, this, City Manager?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. Mayor Pro Tem Bevis, just your continued support. We still have, how many more? 27 more of these to go. So you will be continuing to see these appear on your agendas as we move forward. This is gonna be a busy, I figured it would take us approximately 3 years to get through all of these. And after, there's been a glut. So after this, you won't have that many. You'll have a couple once in a while, but right now we're doing a cleanup that was long due for many years, so just continue to support us, thank you.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
I just want to also thank the administration, and I do want to thank Mr. Carter and Chief Doan. I sat on that board before I sat on council, and I know those decisions are not easy to make. They're not fun, but they're necessary decisions, and it's definitely appreciated all the effort that they put into this.
I would like people in our community to know, and neighbors that live near houses, that they are worried nothing's happening, even though they're in the process and they haven't seen things happen. We have had the process slowed down because of COVID. And now things are starting to open back up, so we're able to get some things done. And so if you think it took a long time, now it did. But after that, there's still a process we must follow and go through legally. And as Councilman Gillis said, it's not an easy decision for the commission to make, not at all. And, but we appreciate what they're doing for us, and I know the neighbors of properties like this are happy that you're doing the right thing. Thank you.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
I just wanted to add that one of the hurdles that we're encountering right now is that our circuit courts are closed. So we have a number of cases just waiting for the courts to reopen. So hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later.
I hope so. Anyone else? All right, thank you very much, City Manager. At this time, it's public comment time. If you choose to speak, remember to state your name, where you live, and you're allowed to speak for 5 minutes. Do we have anyone that would like to come to the podium and address council? Seeing no one, do we have a city manager's report today? Mrs. Gerstenberg? Or was
No, we
the-
do not. That was.
Okay,
part of
that was the report as well. Okay, thank you. At this time, may I have a motion to approve our consent agenda? And the consent agenda consists this meeting of the regular meeting minutes from April 20th, 2021. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Next is unfinished business, of which we have none, and then we'll get right into our new business. Our first item of new business is an introduction of an amendment to Chapter 44, Utilities, Article 2, Water, Division 1, generally. And it's by adding Section 27, Service Pipes. May I have a motion, please?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to introduce an amendment to Chapter 44, Utilities, Article 2, Water, Division 1, generally, by adding Section 27, Service Pipes.
Second.
All right, I'll start off discussion. I know Andy Messina, our water filtration plant supervisor, had requested consideration of an amendment to the current ordinance regarding utilities, Article 2, collection and disposal. And this is a new addition to, it's not altering anything within the ordinance, it's adding a whole new section about service pipes, which we've never addressed. Any comments, questions, or concerns?
Yes, I have a question, and that is, how does this affect, and it should be stated maybe, residents that are in homes and have been in homes for 30 years, 20 years?
City manager?
Councilman Martin, this does not affect existing homeowners unless they were to replace their water lines. This is for new construction, so if they were to replace them, this would be the standard.
Okay. And I just want that to be stated.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes,
Councilman Scarbeck.
Yes,
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Our next item of business is to waive the bid process and approve the Rocket Enterprises Annual Flag Service Program. This contract is for our 20-foot by 30-foot flag that is located in Riverfront Park. This annual contract includes a minimum of 5 flag changes a year, complete maintenance or replacement of the halyard rope and clips, and all the labor needed to maintain a quality appearance throughout the year. Rocket Enterprises is in Warren and is the only provider for this service. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to waive the bid process and approve the annual flag service program contract with Rocket Enterprises, whose address is 30660 Bryan Road, Warren, Michigan, 48092, in the amount of $1,575, and direct the city manager to sign the contract on behalf of the city.
Support.
Discussion, questions, concerns?
The service that we received for $1,500, I don't even know if we could buy that flag, a 20 by 30 flag for $1,500. I think it's an absolute bargain for the city.
Every time you drive by, it's always perfect. It's never ripped, it's never.
And you know,
Yeah.
I've seen, and it's funny, I've had people post pictures from Dairy Queen that there's a little rip on it. And as soon as I see that, I contact Mrs. Gerstenberg, and then next day, we have a brand new flag. I just think this is one service that we get a really good bargain out of.
Well, you would think that a flag that size would cost well over $300, and yet it includes all the maintenance, changing everything, and I think it's well worth our money to
Yeah.
have that in place.
Absolutely.
Any other comments, questions, or concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarbeck,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, next, we're to consider approval of a collective bargaining agreement between the City of Algonac and Teamsters Local 214 for the period of July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2024. Within this contract, it clears up, there's some clarification of language in it, and also there's annual wage increases of 3% the first year, the second year 2%, and the third year 2%. And the proposed annual wage increases are similar to other like communities. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement between the City of Algonac and Teamsters Local 214 for the period of July 1, 2021 to June 30, 2024, and authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign all documents in conjunction with this approval.
Support.
Discussion?
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Could I comment? Having some experience with union contracts from my union jobs, I want to say thank you to both sides, our administration, and to the union side for not being egregious in either way. I think a 3 and a 2 and a 2 is more than fair for the services we get from our service workers under this contract. So I want to say that this is great because we'll be able to retain the employees that are already here. And again, I don't think this is egregious in one way, and I want to thank both sides for being fair with each other.
Thank you.
Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to agree with Councilman Blair. From the other side of the table, management, this is a good contract. Both sides compromise, both sides reach a good agreement. It's good for the workers, it's good for the city. I don't see anything in here that I would even think about changing. It's a good contract.
And having been a union rep and the administration, I see both sides of it, and it is a good contract, very good contract. And I'm very pleased that it all worked out. Wonderful negotiating skills on both parts.
Mayor?
Yes.
I just want to say, I do like the way that it cleaned up some things, I think, from our previous contract.
Mhm.
And it definitely, I appreciate everything that both the administration and all of our employees do for our city on a daily basis. We're very lucky to have the staff we have.
I would also like to add that I'm happy that there is a short-term, long-term standard accident, sickness, disability policy that's put in place for our employees. I'm very happy about that. Any other comments, questions, or concerns? All right, roll call, please.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarbeck,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion carried.
we're being asked to approve the purchase of trash cans for Riverfront Park and the skate park. We received 3 quotes for 10 new trash cans for Riverfront Park and the skate park, and the best price and warranty were provided by Kirby Built. These are heavy gauge perforated steel and are rust resistant, and happy to note that Kirby Built products are made in the USA. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve purchase of trash contracts for Riverfront Park and Skate Park from Kirby Built, whose address is 222 State Street, Batavia, Illinois 60510, in the amount of $5,293.07.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Mayor Stover? if I
Yes.
can? Might be an odd question, but they say they're waterproof and everything. Is there a warranty for any type of rust or anything, in that manner?
City manager?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. Councilman Blair, each one provided a warranty. The Kirby Built had a 20-year warranty.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Which was the best of the 3.
These are graded, containers. So even if they rust a little bit, I'm sure they can be painted over throughout the 20-year period. But the bigger question for me is, how is Kathy Doan going to paint the murals?
All around the little holes, the
All
perforations.
seriousness, they look
Yeah.
very, very nice, very good upgrade.
And I never noticed before the difference between trash cans with flat tops and dome tops. And once it was pointed out to me a few years back when we were looking at trash cans before, all of a sudden now I notice trash can tops. I'm glad they're domed so nobody can, when it's full, they can't keep just piling stuff up on top. That's a good thing.
Well, we'll still find a way.
Yeah.
No, they'll just jam it in there, so out the front of the chute there, yeah.
Our poor crew trying to empty it. Any other comments, questions, or concerns? All right, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bumpus.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Well, it's that time of the meeting where we pay our bills and payroll. Okay, I need a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll, please.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $149,966.55.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bumpus.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Motion carried.
City Manager Gerstenberg, what's on our next agenda?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. The meeting on the 18th, we have the budget public hearing. We have adoption of the ordinance that was just introduced tonight. We are hoping to award the bid for workman's comp insurance as well as property and liability insurance. And we have the city council photo scheduled.
Don't forget, everybody, bring your smiles. Okay. All right, council comments. Councilman Blair.
Good evening all, thanks for coming out.
You too, Harley.
Just wanna, again, say how, excited I am to be in a community like this, the way we're moving forward with the blight and rising costs in our homes, and summer's coming around the corner. It's just a great place to live, and, our community is just a solid community. I'm glad to be a part of it, and, let's go summer.
All right, Councilman Gillis.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I, don't want to steal Mike's thunder, but I just happened to see that duck tickets are now available.
Feel it. They sell some extra tickets.
So we will be selling ducks for Halloween and that coming up, October 17th. And we will have our annual duck race, and all that money benefits Algonac Live, which helps to promote Algonac in a good light. Sorry, I had a brain freeze. And then, I do want to announce that, Henry's Club has purchased 102 American flags that are gonna be going across, all the way across the boardwalk for Memorial Weekend. We will be picking them up very soon, so it's gonna give a nice patriotic display, and if anybody would like to buy, there's plenty of room for a lot more flags, so. Have a great night.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Hi, everybody. A couple things. Today is International Firefighter Day. And just reiterate, we have the best firefighters in the world here. Thank you, Chief Doan, and everything you do. A couple weeks ago, we had a little bit of emergency with a customer at a post office. I called 911, then I called Joe Doan. Joe Doan's people showed up first. Of course. That's the way they handle business around here, so it's very much appreciated. May 8th is the Marsh cleanup, if anybody's interested. I know it's not in Algonac, but even though they're Clay Township, nobody's perfect. But if you have time, go out there and help clean the marsh. It's beautiful to look at, and it's a nature preserve. We want to keep it clean, so May 8th. Also, because of COVID, there's no official post office food drive this year. That doesn't mean people aren't hungry. I was looking at, but for the grace of God go I. Different circumstances, any one of us could need food assistance. If you find it in your hearts, consider donating food to St. Catherine's. They have a food bank. Of course, Woodside does. And our food bank at the Methodist Church. All take donations. And if you want, I will handle it, not my employees, but if you drop off canned foods at the post office, I will wipe them down myself and take them there. So I'll be putting all that on Facebook, but if you find it in your heart, please make a donation. I also encourage, I see people from different groups here, whether it be Lions or Henry's or Algonac Lodge. If you find it in your heart, just try to make a little bit of a donation. Of course, the food bank accepts checks. And it's just the way we can give back to our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Martin.
I guess I just want to take this time to recognize the fact that the dangerous building push needs to be done, and that push has some positive results on existing buildings that will stay existing buildings, or leaving us areas where we can build and move forward. So wanted to make sure I had some comment on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Harris.
I just want to thank our fire department and also our dangerous building committee. That's all, thank you.
Councilman Scarvett.
I just wanna say, sometimes on Facebook, there's a lot of bad comments about what we do up here and what the boards do. By the end of the day, everything has a bigger impact than what it looks like on Facebook. And don't believe everything you see on Facebook. The dangerous buildings, they're doing an amazing job, and I think we need to keep it up. And I also wanna thank our fire department and our staff for everything they do, and have a good night, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. I too want to recognize International Firefighters Day. It's always May 4th. It came up in my memories today when Chief Doan posted things in years past. But then I read a little bit about it. That was, it came about into existence throughout the world. And I know we have our, fire prevention in October and things, but this is worldwide. And there was a tragic accident in 1998 in Australia, where they lost several firefighters. So I think we need more than a day to honor the work and sacrifice made by our firefighter professionals. I also think we need more than a day to remember the people that have lost their lives in the line of duty. And as many people know, firefighters are near and dear to my heart, always have been. This Thursday, we have our Faith Coalition of Churches will once again gather together for the National Day of Prayer. It's a drive-in style. It will be at Smith's Recreation Park Thursday at 7 p.m. Weather permitting, they'll have lawn chair seating to be available, but you can drive in, and we've had these the last few years, and it's grown and grown and grown, and it's great. Grown sounds like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. It sounded there different. Saturday, we have, on May 15th, up in Riverfront Park, from 10 to 2, we have a car and art show. And we'll feature local artists and classic cars. So if one doesn't interest you, I'm sure the other will. So that's going on. And that is a weather permitting for the whole thing, to have that. And I'm pleased to announce that our Elginak Clay Historical Society made it, we're one of the top 5 nonprofits in the greater Blue Water and Thumb area by voters going online at the Times Herald newspaper. Now we go on to the second round, and so they're looking at people to vote for them. You can vote every day. Once you register, you're in. You don't have to register your email again. And you have May 3rd through the 23rd. The society is under service section, and so often we call it, they were in through the nonprofits, but you have to find them through the service section, I was told. So please vote, and vote often. Normally we don't say that in the city, but for this we do. And then last but not least, if you haven't seen it, summer's coming fast and furious. June 3rd is beginning our Riverfront Park concerts. We work with Elginak, or we work with Clay with that. Half the concerts are in the city park, the first half, and the second half we have down in Clay Township. Bring your golf cart, your side-by-side, whatever, walk up, drive up, but come on up and enjoy the music. We have a lot of fun up there, and what better view do we have than that river out there when we're listening to the gorgeous music. And once again, we have to thank ML Chartier for being our title sponsor, and then we have several sponsors within and without of Elginak that are with us for this. We couldn't do it without the sponsors too. So thank you, everyone. And I look forward to June 3rd, kicking it all off. It'll be fun. And with that, Councilman Blair, you have anything for us?
Before I make the adjournment, to all you Star Wars fans out there, may the 4th be with you. And can I have a motion to adjourn?
No, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So you have to do so. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
May I make a second to motion?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I have a point that you seriously-
We are adjourned.
Can I get a